All right, hello everyone. We are going to do a revision on hole number 5 here for the Master Division. Not sure what I'm going to do here yet. We might just, go more straightforward. I've been trying to do hooks for you guys just so you can see kind of what can be possible on this hole. We might just kind of check the wind out a little bit, see what we got brewing with the wind here before actually deciding on what to do. I'll just go in with a globe so I can just temporarily at least see what we're looking at. And, it is nice to have that extra eagle. It's going to be great for a tiebreaker. Even if I was to par something, having that, nice extra stroke is going to trump all 12 under with the extra eagles. So it's a very nice thing to do, is to get a shot somewhere, preferably multiples. If you guys remember, on Monday I got 1 and 4, the two easy ones. I've been honing in on quite a few, getting a couple more, but just haven't been able to get over the hump yet. Or, I know I have a revision where I got hole 9 for you guys yesterday. From the rough, going for it. I do really like the going for it method. And of course, I'm assuming I'll probably need it today and then won't get it. So, just the way it goes. Basically forfeited out my albatross. And of course, the albatross will trump not having one. So here you can see we got very, very small wind. And, I'm probably going to take this a little bit more straightforward here. We'll see. See what I can do wind-wise. So, going over here could be the method. What I recommend doing is always put the right spin on. Very hard to miss right here. So going at it with some, some right spin and some curl, like you see me doing here. When going for a layup, if you've seen my stream, you've probably seen, quite a few guys miss in that left rough, maybe both days. I know at least once. So, being able to pull it off like that and just kind of groove it right down the center there is, a nice thing. You can see, I'm going to be very shorter compared to my hook drive. But you can see that hook drive, especially with a small wind like this, it is going to be very angle dependent. It is going to be a little bit more risky drive because you saw me pull it off once and then not pull it off the next time. So here, I'm just going to focus on giving you guys a third option. So you guys can just kind of, see me shoot from 3 different spots. You see my opponent here going, much more aggressive with distance, putting on power 4 ball, try to get it up here further. That's only really going to help, in my opinion, if you can get it to short iron. So, hopefully he does. We'll see. But you can see, having this extra wind resistance, you can see I have backbone on. I usually have to crank up the spin a little bit when we go for this fairway, unfortunately. That's one of the things I actually don't like. So I have to go at it with very close to full, which means I usually try to land my third hop very aggressively. You are going to see me play this very close to max ring adjustment, so maybe 9 rings, a little bit more maybe. And I don't want to run out of time, so I'm not going to let that take another pass. Hopefully I went enough. Not quite. There you can see maybe 10 full rings. I think I went 9.5. I did go at max, even though I wasn't quite at max. I thought that I would I thought that might be enough. It looked like it was just a micro under adjustment there. Not by much. I did use an overcorrection method, so keep that in mind. You know, I wasn't even quite at max, and I still played it at max. And here you can just see my opponent, plus 5 yards. He's already going well into power. And in terms of an adjustment, what was that, 6-7 rings? I'm assuming he's going to miss a little bit left here. Same thing, you know, you need to do, you know, an over adjustment when coming in. And if you don't factor in that extra, then you're going to have, you know, some problems where, you know, you can't straighten out that wind. So there you see 2 just, you know, mine barely grazed. Keep that in mind for thorn. You know, if you usually play at 2 per ring, especially at max power on a snowman, for example, you know, you can pretty much throw that adjustment out the window. It's going to play more like a thorn that's at, I don't know, 1.6 per ring when you're into power like that, and on a power 4 ball. So, you know, that's also an estimation, but that just tells you about how many rings you had to go. So, you know, maybe 9 rings there or something would have been relatively close, something like that. Here we are for this hole. I'm going to try to do similarly to what you saw me do earlier. Actually, you know, this is the wind of the... We're going to go for this. There's 10 rings. We're going to go 13. This is very similar to the tournament. So here's an additional shootout for you guys. Don't get it. If I better not get it today. I'd be pissed. So there you can see I was very close to actually giving that a run. Anytime that you get right at the top of the crest of that hill, you were very close. I was within, you know, just a little bit curl less of what I needed. The power looked good. Everything there looked pretty good. And since that wind was very much like the tournament, you know, I took it upon myself to just basically hit the exact same shot that I'm going to try to do later, so I can just have a little practice trial run at it. And, you know, we're going to try to do the same thing. Yeah, you know, I really don't like this shot. You're going to have to go into driver, which is just, you know, awkward every time you do. What in the world? I have no idea. This is going to go... I don't know what just happened. There you see it. There you see kind of what can happen on that hole. And that's one of the biggest reasons not to play the bunker bump shot. Of course, you can get it to go right, but at the same time, you know, it can project forward across the green. It happens from the second tee deck, so it very much can happen from the third. So keep that in mind. Oh, wow, look at this division. Par on 2. Huh. So one of the things I would say is, you know, maybe for that second hole is just be a little careful with your adjustment, just in case, because there you can see, you know, the only way that's even possible, in my opinion, would be if you initially land on the sand, maybe, or don't. So you might have to, you know, be a little careful with your perfect ball there on that second hole. Disconnect. 3 maybe. But anyway, good luck, guys. And, you know, I'll catch you guys on hole 6. You can see that 5th hole there. Quite a few different ways to go about doing it. And, you know, even seeing my opponent, you know, I tried to help you guys walk you through if you do have a little bit better APOC than me and you can get it up there to that short iron. Tried to at least help you figure that short iron shot out as well. So good luck there, and I'll see you guys for hole 6.